everyone. Thanks for tuning in to One Mustard Seed Soaps. Today's video is going to be about the soaps that are going to be in the next soap drop, and that will be happening on September the 9th at 10 a.m. And also to let you know of a couple of restocks that are coming out. So first I'm going to do the restocks. This one is Sunshine, and this is a crock pot or hot process style soap. And what you see in there is cut up calendula, and this has got calendula infused olive oil in it. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. Let me get my sheet here. This has ginger, paprika, and it's also, those have been infused, and annatto seed have been infused in olive oil. And so for a while, and then there's calendula infused olive oil as well. So this is really, really a moisturizing bar of soap. It's very orangey. The scent is, it's essential oils. This is an all natural soap, by the way. Essential oils of orange, ginger, ylang ylang, a teeny bit of cassia, and then some patchouli to anchor it. And there's also honey in here. So this is just a wonderful, beautiful soap, wonderful to wash with, a little bit of orange peel on top. And I can't keep this in very long. So this is gonna be up on the website. I have some help with packaging later today. So hopefully this will be up on the website very shortly. And then this one is also a restock. This is orange patchouli. And again, it's a hot process, rustic style soap. So made in the crock pot. And it's an all natural soap. It's got white kaolin clay, calendula infused olive oil. It's got the orange, and then a hefty dose of patchouli in this one. So yeah, you definitely can smell the patchouli, so you better like patchouli if you get this one. I know people have like a love-hate with patchouli. Some people, you either love it or hate it. Anyhow, and it doesn't look like it, and maybe next time I'll add a little bit more or substitute out some of the white kaolin for this, but it does have purple Brazilian clay, and that is kind of what made it the tan color. It didn't really come out purple. And I've worked with this clay before, and it doesn't really come out really purple. But anyway, so this is going to be another nice moisturizing bar of soap, all natural, from the all natural line. I have one more that's coming out in the drop that's from the all natural line, and but I'm going to talk about that last because it's really cool. Anyway, so coming out in the drop, it's next Monday. Today is the 1st, I believe, and it'll be next Monday on the 9th. This is, and sorry, before I start, most of these soaps are seasonal, so they will have the standard One Mustard Seed Bible verse on them. They probably will not get special names just because things are happening so fast. And in one of my prior videos, I told how I name them and everything, and it's just a long process to get the name and the verse and everything. So these will probably be seasonal and have the One Mustard Seed Bible verse on them. But this is like a cinnaberry smell, and this has the whole bottom in here is rose clay. So this smells cinnamony, bringing in the season with a little bit of cinnamon, fancy little top there. And these are just little sugar balls that actually go on cakes. So that's one. And then this is, make sure I have them straight here. This is pearberry. Oh, smells so good. This one has some glycerin rivers in it that turned out awesome. I love how they turned out. I don't know if you pick it up on camera, but these are actually the rivers right here of glycerin running through it. It's amazing. Can't make that happen. So pretty cool bar of soap, smells delicious and pretty much flat top, but colorful and really nice. And the next one is the apple sage. Again, moving into some fall colors. Look at that, it looks like flowers how that swirl turned out. That's really cool. I love looking at the swirls and, you know, imagining that kind of does too, that there. This is like a little heart right there. Anyway, this smells awesome too. I was thinking about doing September as the fruit of the spirit and naming them all from the fruit of the spirit, because these all are like very fruity scents. But you know, that time thing. But this smells really good too. I think you can't go wrong with any of these scents that are coming out in the next drop. They just all smell so good. This one I love, 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 love. It is Peach Bellini. I love the scent. I love how this turned out. I have a little bit of a glare thing going on from my windows over there, so sorry. I can see, I don't know if it's coming out on camera, but I can see the difference in the lighting. But see how it's layered, and almost I was going for sort of like an ombre, and it pretty much did do it. And then it's just got a fancy top, and it smells so, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love this one. I mean, I always say that, don't I? But I do. It smells so good. And then the next one is, let me make sure I'm telling you right. It's orange cider and pomegranate. This is a fragrance that I mixed up a couple different fragrances together to come up with. So it's kind of one of my own. And it's got that gold mica line running through the bottom. It turned out beautiful. It smells so good too. Oh, I love the pomegranate. So these are almost pretty much done curing. They're nice and hard bars. These were cold process style soaps. So they haven't been cleaned up. Their edges haven't been cleaned up, and they haven't been shined up or anything yet, but I'll be working on that over the course of the next week. Of course, this is the week that school starts and the week that I go back to my school for the kids to come in for orientation, and then next week will be where they start. So it's going to be a pretty crazy couple of weeks, especially with a soap drop in the middle of it. But you know, the show must go on. So anyway, the next one, this is, I get asked all the time, do you have anything with hemp oil in it? And one second, because I'm going to show you the hemp. Okay. This is the hemp oil that I use. Organic hemp oil. And it is not got the THC or whatever in it. So it is raw, organic, unrefined hemp seed oil. No hexane, dairy, lactose, or sweeteners are in this oil. Certified organic, and it is just such a nice oil. The only thing about it is, it doesn't have the best smell. It's what's in that salve too that I made. Whoops. Let me not get this on my shirt. Sorry guys. It's what's in that salve, that and the neem oil. And between those two smells, that stuff smells like chicken broth. But it's worth it, especially if you're only kind of using it at night, which I have had a couple people say, yeah, I'm not going public smelling like that. But anyway, so this is the hemp soap, and I'm going to show you in a second. So let me explain. What happened was I made this cold process. I usually make all my essential oil soaps in the crock pot. But I am now doing some soap for a health food store, and they kind of wanted some fancier tops, which, because the difference, you know, in the way the batter is when you cook it versus, you know, this is like really thin pancake batter. It can be thicker, but and this is like a dough that will harden up on you very quickly because it's already cooked by the time you get out of the crock pot. So you can't really do too much with these tops because it hardens up as soon as it hits the cooler air and doesn't stay at the, you know, 150 or 170 degrees, it'll harden up. So anyway, the health food store owner asked if I could do a little bit more fancy tops with some of the soaps that are all natural. So I said, well, if I make them cold process, and I am so psyched because I thought that maybe, well, I have tried this before and the essential oils didn't stick very well, but I've never tried these essential oils, and I've learned a whole lot since I've done those batches. So this smells just as strong as it would if I'd have done it hot process. So this is how it turned out. This is the hemp soap. It's got hemp seeds on top and a little bit of a fancier top. And it's a little sloped just to add a little interest there. But what happened is a couple things, actually. This does have a little titanium dioxide in it. And it has heavy cream in it. And the milks in this, it's got a little bit more than I usually use. Heavy cream, buttermilk, and coconut milk in here, and oats too. It heated this up a lot. So what happens is once I pour it into the mold, when I'm making it, I usually try to make it around around 90 degrees or so. But then after you get everything together, it will heat back up, sometimes up to 200 degrees or so. It heats back up in the mold while it's sitting there. I don't know if you can see this beside me. This is one of my babies from yesterday. It's insulated with a blanket. It's all in there. It was heating overnight. That's what they do. And when you let them gel and heat like that, then the colors are actually more vibrant. Anyways, this one I wasn't really caring because it's all one color. Really, it has a little bit of white where I tried to do a little bit of a swirl in there with the titanium dioxide, but I wasn't worried about gelling it because I wasn't caring if it had color. So I put this in the freezer, and two different things happened to it. It got a snowflake effect on it. Do you see that? From freezing, and it partially, and a halo, and it partially gelled. So it's hard. I mean, there's no difference in the bar at all. But what happened is this soap loaf was in the freezer, and the outside was cooling down, and the inside was heating up. And so the inside, the cold from the freezer only made it like far enough to make a difference in the heat in the soap to that far. And you can see exactly where it happened. Scientific stuff here with soap making. Anyhow, I think it is really cool. It turned out, I don't think I could repeat this. It's probably a one-time deal with this soap, but look how cool they are when you put them together. Isn't that neat? It's got like an oval halo. Looks like mountains up top. I think it's just, sorry about the glare again, but I think it's just really, really cool looking. And the partial gel, it doesn't affect the soap or anything at all. It just means that because you can gel or not gel soap. Some of my soaps I gel, and some of them I don't at all. I put them right in the freezer. So you can do it either way, and this just partially did it, and I just think it's so cool. I might have to save my two favorites of these just to keep, because look at that. How cool is that? I don't know. Maybe I'm just geeking out on the soap. Let me show you the other side. Maybe I'm just geeking out, but I really do think that's a very cool phenomenon, especially with the snowflakes and stuff off to the side. So these are amazing. Some of these are gonna go, and not only that, these are amazing bars of soap. So these have got avocado oil, and they are 10% of the hemp oil and 5% of shea butter and cocoa butter. So they've got, and another 5% of the avocado oil. So they're really packed full of I super fatted these pretty heavily because I wanted them to be moisturizing. And then they do have the kaolin clay, they have the heavy cream, the buttermilk, the coconut milk, and the oats. So this is going to be a really nice bar soap. And it smells so good. It's got the doTERRA blend of Citrus Bliss. It's got doTERRA Litzia, Spearmint, and then another brand of Palmarosa. And they smell so good, just so good. I'm very, very pleased with this. I will make this again for sure, but I cannot guarantee at all that they're gonna turn out looking like this. They might just be plain like I intended. Anyhow, I think that is it for this drop. I may add another hot process. So who am I kidding? I gotta go back to school this week. I'm not adding anything. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be it. I will be lucky to get the website changed. In fact, I still don't have the sale off that I ran last week. So anyhow, that's it. I hope you will stay tuned, and I hope when you watch this video, you'll go ahead and subscribe. It makes a big difference on, as your subscriptions grow on YouTube, it makes a big difference on your visibility, and it really does help the company to grow. And help me stay in business so that I can keep doing this. So that's it. Again, soap drop August 9th, 10 a.m. And there's stuff on the website now, though, if you need anything. And I think that is it. So if you have any questions, please comment below. Like us on Facebook and Instagram at One Mustard Seed Soaps. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed rest of your day.